everyone. Welcome back to Practice English Anytime. I'm Maya.
And I'm Alex. Today we have a colorful and energetic topic.
That's right. Today, we are going behind the scenes of a food truck on one of its busiest days.
Yes, this is another listening practice episode. You'll hear Maya describe running her own food truck while I ask questions and explain vocabulary.
Food trucks have become such a popular business, and running one involves a totally unique set of daily challenges.
We will cover setting up in the morning, handling the lunchtime rush, dealing with equipment problems, and closing up at night.
We will also stop from time to time to explain important vocabulary.
So don't worry if you are a beginner. We always speak slowly and clearly.
Just relax and enjoy the conversation.
But before we start, we have a small question for you.
Listen carefully and try to find the answer.
Here is today's question.
In the story, Maya mentions a specific document she must have, which allows her legally to sell food from her truck. What is this document called?
The answer is in the story. If you find it, please write it in the comments below.
Writing your answer in English is great practice, so please try.
All right, are you ready?
Let's begin.
Maya, you've run your own taco truck for 3 years now. What does a typical morning look like for you?
It starts very early. I usually arrive at my parking spot around 6 in the morning to start prepping.
Parking spot, the specific location where you legally park your food truck to sell.
Yes. A parking spot for a food truck usually requires a permit, and it's the fixed location where customers know to find you each day.
Prepping, preparing ingredients and food before you actually start cooking for customers.
Yes. Prepping means getting everything ready in advance. Chopping vegetables, marinating meat, making sauces, so that cooking during service is much faster.
What kind of prep work do you personally do?
I chop all my vegetables, marinate the chicken and beef, and make my salsas fresh every single morning.
Marinate. Soak meat in a flavorful liquid to add taste and tenderness. Before cooking?
Yes, marinating means letting meat sit in a mixture of spices, oil, and acid, like lime juice, for a few hours, which deeply improves both flavor and texture.
And do you have all the necessary permits to legally operate a food truck?
Absolutely essential. I have my food handler's permit and my mobile food vendor license, both clearly displayed on the truck.
Food handler's permit. Official certification proving you understand safe food handling practices?
Yes, this permit confirms you've been trained in food safety, like proper temperatures and hygiene, required before working with food professionally.
Mobile food vendor license. The legal permission specifically allowing you to sell food from a moving or mobile truck?
Yes, this license is specific to food trucks and mobile vendors, different from a regular restaurant license since your location changes.
Let's stop here for a moment.
Great start. Let's look at some important words we just heard.
First word, parking spot. The specific location where you legally park to sell food.
Second word, prepping. Preparing ingredients and food before actual cooking begins.
Third word, to marinate. To soak meat in flavorful liquid before cooking.
Fourth word, food handler's permit. Certification proving you understand safe food handling.
Fifth word, mobile food vendor license. Legal permission specifically allowing food sales from a truck.
5 important words. Now, let's go back to the conversation. Let's talk about the lunchtime rush.
So let's get into the busiest part of your day, the lunchtime rush. What's that actually like?
Between 11:30 and 1:30, it's absolutely nonstop. There's usually a line forming even before we officially open the window.
Non-stop, continuous, without any break or pause.
Yes. Nonstop describes something happening continuously with no gaps. During lunch rush, orders come nonstop, one right after another.
How do you manage such a small kitchen space while cooking so quickly?
Small kitchen space, a limited, compact cooking area, typical of a food truck's interior?
Yes, food trucks have a much smaller kitchen space than restaurants, meaning every single movement and tool placement has to be extremely efficient.
Everything has its exact place. I never have to think about where anything is. My hands just know.
Its exact place, a specific, unchanging spot where an item is always kept.
Yes, having an exact place for everything means organization is so consistent that you can grab tools or ingredients instinctively without searching.
And what's your system for taking orders so quickly?
My assistant takes orders at the window, calls them out to me, and I start cooking immediately while she handles payment.
Calls them out, announces something loudly and clearly so someone else can hear and act?
Yes. Calling out an order means saying it aloud clearly so the cook immediately knows what to prepare without any confusion or delay.
That's such an efficient system. Do you ever get behind on orders when it's really busy?
Get behind, fall behind schedule, unable to keep up with demand.
Yes, to get behind means you're no longer keeping pace, and orders start piling up faster than you can complete them.
Occasionally, yes, especially if we get a huge group order all at once. But we always communicate wait times, honestly, with customers.
Wait times, the estimated amount of time a customer needs to wait before receiving their food?
Yes, being upfront about wait times keeps customers informed and patient, rather than frustrated by unexpected delays.
Let's pause here for a moment.
Lots of great rush hour vocabulary. Let's review.
First, non-stop. Continuous is without any break or pause.
Second, small kitchen space, a limited, compact cooking area.
Third, its exact place. A specific, unchanging spot where an item is kept.
Fourth, to call out, to announce something loudly and clearly.
Fifth, to get behind. To fall behind schedule, unable to keep up.
Sixth, wait times, the estimated time a customer must wait for their food.
6 great words. Now let's go back. Let's talk about equipment problems.
Now, running a business on wheels must come with unique challenges. What kind of equipment problems have you faced?
Oh, plenty. The most stressful one was when our generator broke down, right in the middle of a busy Saturday.
Generator, the machine that produces electricity, powering all the equipment inside a food truck?
Yes, since food trucks aren't usually connected to regular power lines, a generator is essential, providing electricity for the grill, fridge, and lights.
Broke down? Stopped functioning completely? Unexpectedly?
Yes, when something breaks down, it means it fails suddenly, often at the worst possible moment, requiring urgent repair.
That sounds incredibly stressful. What did you do?
I had a backup generator in the truck, thankfully, so we switched over quickly and only lost about 10 minutes of service.
Backup? A spare item kept ready in case the main one fails?
Yes, having a backup means always being prepared for unexpected failures. It's essential in this business, since equipment problems can happen anytime.
Switched over? Changed from using one thing to using another?
Yes, to switch over means to transition from one system or device to another, in this case, from the broken generator to the backup one.
And what about running out of ingredients mid-service? Does that happen?
Constantly, especially on unexpectedly busy days. If we run out of something popular, like our signature salsa, I have to improvise.
Signature. A specific dish or item that a business is particularly known for, unique to them?
Yes, A signature dish is a specialty, closely associated with a particular restaurant or truck, something customers specifically seek out.
Improvise. Create a solution quickly, using whatever is available, without a fixed plan.
Yes, to improvise, ifire means to adapt on the spot, finding a creative alternative solution when the usual plan isn't possible anymore.
That's such an important skill in this kind of business.
It really is. Flexibility and quick thinking are absolutely essential, running a food truck.
Let's stop here for a moment.
Important vocabulary about handling problems. Let's review.
First, generator. The machine that produces electricity, powering food truck equipment.
Second, broke down. Stopped functioning completely, unexpectedly.
Third, backup. A spare item kept ready in case the main one fails.
Fourth, switched over. Changed from using one thing to using another.
Fifth, signature. A specific dish that a business is particularly known for.
Sixth, to improvise. To create a solution quickly, using whatever is available.
6 important words. Now, let's go back to the conversation and close up the truck.
So, after a long, busy day, how do you close up the truck at night?
There's a whole process. First, I deep clean all the cooking surfaces, then restock what I can for tomorrow, and finally, I do the accounting.
Deep clean, thoroughly and completely clean, beyond the usual quick cleaning?
Yes, a deep clean means scrubbing everything intensively, not just wiping surfaces, but really ensuring true cleanliness according to health regulations.
Accounting. Reviewing your finances, calculating how much money you made and spent for the day?
Yes, doing the accounting means tallying up sales, expenses, and profit at the end of each business day, keeping accurate financial records.
And what's the most rewarding part of running a food truck for you personally?
Honestly, seeing regular customers' faces light up when I remember their usual order, that personal connection is priceless.
Light up? Suddenly show happiness or excitement, especially through facial expression.
Yes, when someone's face lights up, it means their expression suddenly brightens with joy, often a spontaneous, genuine reaction.
Priceless. So valuable that it cannot be measured with money?
Yes. Priceless describes something whose value goes far beyond financial worth, usually referring to emotional or personal significance.
And what advice would you give someone dreaming of starting their own food truck?
Be prepared to work incredibly hard, but also never lose your passion for the food itself. That's what keeps you going through the tough days.
Keeps you going, provides the motivation and energy to continue, especially during difficult times?
Yes, something that keeps you going sustains your motivation, helping you push through challenges rather than giving up.
That's such wonderful, honest advice.
It's a tough business, but an incredibly rewarding one too.
And that's the end of today's listening practice conversation.
What an eye-opening look into food truck life. We learned about early morning prepping, the intensity of the lunch rush, handling equipment failures, and closing up at night.
And we picked up so much practical small business vocabulary along the way.
Let's do a final review of 10 key words from today.
First, prepping. Preparing ingredients and food before cooking begins.
Second, to marinate, to soak meat in flavorful liquid before cooking.
Third, mobile food vendor license. Legal permission allowing food sales from a truck.
Fourth, non-stop, continuous, without any break or pause.
Fifth, to get behind. To fall behind schedule, unable to keep up.
Sixth, generator, the machine that produces electricity for the truck.
Seventh, backup. A spare item, kept ready in case the main one fails.
Eighth, Signature, a specific dish that a business is particularly known for.
Ninth, to improvise, to create a solution quickly, using whatever is available.
10th, priceless, so valuable that it cannot be measured with money.
10 key words. Practice them, and you'll understand food truck culture and small business English much more deeply.
Whether you're a food truck customer or dreaming of starting your own business, this vocabulary will serve you very well.
Now, one last time. Today's question.
In the story, Maya mentions a specific document she must have, which allows her legally to sell food from her truck. What is this document called?
Did you find the answer? Write it in the comments below.
And if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe to our channel.
We upload new videos every week with slow, clear English for beginners.
Thank you so much for watching Practice English anytime.
Keep practicing, keep speaking, and never be afraid to make mistakes.
Mistakes are how we learn.
See you in the next video.
Bye, everyone.